Okay, guys, so now it is that time. We are about to embark on our first few pages of All Quiet on the Western Front. And I did not notice this, and I have read quite a few pages in this book, and I've looked at the cover, but guess what? Today, some of the students in one of my other teachers' class noticed that some of these soldiers lying on the ground appear to be no longer with us, dead. I didn't realize that. Some of them could be hiding underneath some of the dead bodies. But that was a great catch because I didn't catch it. So that meant that I was not really looking at the cover as well as I should have. Just a little tidbit. So now, here we go. Chapter 1, page 1. We're at rest 5 miles behind the front. Yesterday we were relieved, and now our bellies are full of beef and haricot beans. We are satisfied and at peace. Each man has another mess tin full for the evening. And what is more, there is a double ration of sausage and bread. That puts a man in fine trim. We have not had such luck as this for a long time. The cook with his carroty head is begging us to eat. He beckons with his ladle to everyone that passes and spoons him out a great dollop. He does not see how he can empty his stew pot in time for coffee. Jaden and Mueller have produced 2 wash basins and had them filled up to the brim as a reserve. And Jaden, this is veracity. I think that was, yeah, veracity. In Mueller, it is foresight. Where Jaden puts it, all is a mystery, for he is and always will be as thin as a rake. What's more important still is the issue of a double ration of smokes: 10 cigars, 20 cigarettes, and 2 quids of chew per man. Now that is decent. I have exchanged my chewing tobacco with Kaczynski for his cigarettes, which means I have 40 altogether. That's enough for a day. One day? 40 cigarettes? It is true we have no right to this windfall. The Prussian is not so generous. We have only a miscalculation to thank for it. 14 days ago, we had to go up and relieve the front line. It was fairly quiet on our sector, so the quartermaster, who remained in the rear, had requisitioned the usual quantity of rations and provided for the full company of 150 men. But on the last day, an astonishing number of English heavies opened up on us with high explosive, drumming ceaselessly on our position, so that we suffered severely and came back only 80 strong. 80 from 150 men. Last night we moved back and settled down to get a good sleep for once. Kaczynski is right when he says it would not be such a bad war if only one could get a little more sleep. In the line we have had next to none, and 14 days is a long time at one stretch. It was noon before the first of us crawled out of our quarters. Half an hour later, every man had his mess tin, and we gathered at the cookhouse, which smelt greasy and nourishing. At the head of the queue, of course, were the hungriest. Little Albert Crop, the clearest thinker among us, and therefore only a lance corporal. Mueller, who still carries his school textbooks with him, dreams of examinations, and during a bombardment mutters propositions in physics.